The Berlin Wall, a concrete barrier, a physical manifestation of a world divided. For nearly 3 decades, it stood as a stark symbol of the Cold War, separating East and West Berlin and representing the ideological divide between communism and democracy. Its fall in 1989 marked a pivotal moment in the 20th century, signaling the beginning of the end for the Soviet Union and the dawn of a new era of freedom and unity in Europe. The events of November 9, 1989, resonated far beyond the streets of Berlin. They sent shockwaves across the globe, inspiring hope for a more peaceful and interconnected world. The fall of the Berlin Wall was not just about the reunification of a city or a country, but about the triumph of human spirit over oppression and the enduring power of hope in the face of adversity. To understand the significance of the Berlin Wall, we must first journey back to the aftermath of World War II. Europe lay in ruins, physically and emotionally scarred by the devastating conflict. Millions lay dead, cities were reduced to rubble, and the continent was facing an uncertain future. From the ashes of war emerged 2 superpowers, the United States and the Soviet Union. Each held vastly different ideologies and visions for the future of Europe. The United States, championing democracy and capitalism, sought to rebuild Western Europe in its image. The Soviet Union, under the grip of Stalinism, aimed to spread its communist ideology throughout Eastern Europe. Germany, the defeated aggressor, became the focal point of this ideological struggle, divided into 2 separate states, the capitalist Federal Republic of Germany, or West Germany, and the Communist German Democratic Republic, or East Germany. The division of Germany was a microcosm of the broader Cold War divide. The Iron Curtain, a term coined by Winston Churchill, descended across Europe, separating East from West. This metaphorical barrier represented the stark ideological, political, and economic differences between the communist East and the capitalist West. Movement between the 2 blocs was heavily restricted, and communication was limited. In Berlin, the division was most palpable. Although located deep within East Germany, Berlin itself was also divided, with the western part of the city controlled by the Allied powers, the United States, the United Kingdom and France, and the eastern part under Soviet control. This unique situation created a point of tension and a gateway for East Germans seeking to escape communist rule. As the Cold War intensified, so too did the desire of East Germans to flee to the West. Thousands risked their lives, seeking freedom and opportunity in West Berlin. This exodus of citizens, many of them skilled workers and intellectuals, was a major embarrassment for the East German government and a drain on its already struggling economy. In the dead of night on August 13, 1961, East German troops, under orders from the Soviet Union, began erecting a barbed wire barrier that would become the Berlin Wall. This barrier, reinforced with concrete and patrolled by armed guards, effectively cut off East Berlin from the west, stemming the flow of refugees and solidifying the division of the city. The Berlin Wall became a powerful symbol of Cold War oppression, a physical manifestation of the communist desire to control and restrict the movement of its people. Section 5. Cracks in the system, winds of change in Eastern Europe. For nearly 3 decades, the Berlin Wall stood as an imposing reminder of the Cold War divide. However, beneath the surface, cracks were beginning to appear in the communist system. By the late 1980s, the Soviet Union was facing mounting economic problems and growing unrest within its satellite states. The rise of Mikhail Gorbachev as Soviet leader in 1985 ushered in a period of reform and openness known as perestroika and glasnost. Gorbachev's policies aimed at revitalizing the Soviet economy and introducing limited political freedoms inadvertently sparked a wave of change that would sweep across Eastern Europe. Emboldened by these reforms, citizens in Poland, Hungary and Czechoslovakia began demanding greater freedoms and an end to communist rule. Section 6. A gathering, storm, protests and unrest in East Germany. The winds of change blowing through Eastern Europe soon reached East Germany. The country's stagnant economy, strict censorship, and lack of basic freedoms fueled growing discontent among its citizens. Inspired by the events unfolding elsewhere in the Eastern Bloc, East Germans began to voice their dissatisfaction with the communist regime. Protests, initially small and localized, began to gain momentum, spreading to cities across East Germany. The city of Leipzig became a focal point for the growing opposition movement, with weekly demonstrations drawing tens of thousands of people demanding change. The East German government, facing mounting pressure both internally and from its Soviet allies, found itself increasingly unable to contain the growing tide of dissent. Section 7. The night of November 9th. A border opened, a world transformed. The night of November 9th, 1989 would forever be etched in history as the night the Berlin Wall fell. Earlier that day, amidst growing confusion and pressure from the public and the media, the East German government announced new, relaxed border crossing regulations. However, the announcement was poorly worded and lacked clarity, leading to widespread confusion among both East German border guards and citizens, as tens of thousands of East Berliners gathered at border crossings demanding passage to the west. Overwhelmed and confused border guards, lacking clear instructions, made the fateful decision to open the gates. A wave of humanity surged through the once impenetrable barrier, met with cheers and embraces from West Berliners. The Berlin Wall, for decades a symbol of division and oppression, had been breached, and with it the seemingly unbreakable grip of communism on Eastern Europe began to crumble. Section 8. Freedom's embrace, jubilation and reunification. The fall of the Berlin Wall sparked scenes of jubilation and disbelief around the world. In Berlin, East and West Berliners celebrated together, dancing on top of the wall, chipping away at its concrete with hammers and pickaxes and sharing emotional embraces. The wall, once a symbol of division, had become a platform for unity and celebration. The events of November 9th set in motion a chain reaction that would lead to the reunification of Germany within a year. On October 3, 1990, East and West Germany were formally reunited, marking the end of the Cold War division of Europe and the beginning of a new chapter in German history. Section 9. A new Europe emerges. The legacy of the fallen wall. The fall of the Berlin Wall had a profound impact on Germany and Europe as a whole. It paved the way for the reunification of Germany, the collapse of the Soviet Union, and the end of the Cold War. The reunification of Germany, while not without its challenges, has been largely successful, transforming the country into a unified and prosperous nation at the heart of Europe. The fall of the Berlin Wall also had a ripple effect throughout Eastern Europe, inspiring democratic revolutions and the dismantling of communist regimes in countries like Poland, Hungary, Czechoslovakia, and Romania. The Iron Curtain, once a seemingly impenetrable barrier, was lifted, and Europe began a process of healing and integration. Section 10. Reflections on a divided past. Lessons learned and remembered. The fall of the Berlin Wall serves as a powerful reminder of the human cost of division and the importance of freedom, democracy, and human rights. It is a testament to the power of peaceful protest and the enduring human spirit in the face of oppression. The lessons learned from the Berlin Wall and the Cold War continue to resonate today. They remind us of the importance of dialogue, diplomacy, and understanding in resolving conflicts. They underscore the need to protect democratic values and institutions from threats both internal and external. Section 11. The enduring symbol, a testament to freedom and unity. The Berlin Wall, once a symbol of division and oppression, has been transformed into a powerful symbol of freedom, unity, and the triumph of the human spirit. Its fall serves as a reminder that even the most seemingly insurmountable barriers can be overcome, and that hope can ultimately triumph over adversity. The legacy of the Berlin Wall lives on, not only in the reunited city of Berlin, but also in the hearts and minds of people around the world. It stands as a testament to the enduring human desire for freedom, unity, and a world without walls. Like and subscribe if you liked this video.